Alright, we're live. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Alright. So how do you, I gotta ask, I know you're editing right now, how do you, do you multitask when you edit?
Sometimes.
I feel like I usually can't, especially when I'm working with audio. Hi Daitsukuma. I don't think you're any earlier than you usually are.
To be early would be to be here on time, but to be on time would be early. But to be early would be late because you have to be here on time.
And
So
to be
basically,
late,
being early is.
and to be late would to be Noah, right? Is that where this is going?
No, no, no. It's not where it was going.
Okay. Well, whatever just happened aside. Hello everyone. I'm Corlin. Welcome back to my playthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies Live Part 14. We should be getting through the rest of the Cosmic Turnabout today. And,
hopefully, maybe.
And of course, I'm joined as always by the wonderful Krasalu. Where did we leave
off? Great question, honestly.
Basically after part of the investigation. We've just gotten permission to investigate the crime scene.
I see.
Oh, you two. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too, if you'd like. Get away from me, you pervert. That's alright, but thank you for the offer.
Well, time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now let's see, where's that diagram again?
Hi, Tempty.
So this one's on the third floor of the main building. And according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend.
Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of this third person instead.
You read my mind, Athena. We'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem, though. This room. I need to be taught how to rotate it. It's just so big. That's what she said.
Don't worry, we can use this to help us.
A Space Center pamphlet for tourists?
Tourists. Yep, picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge, for some reason. This is the door we went through to talk to Detective Fulbright.
Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint recognition lock. Well, I guess this map will make things a little easier.
Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person.
Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving outside the window?
Oh,
Must be Psycho Mantis.
It's just a holographic image. That is not a Psycho Mantis, you dunce.
Oh yeah, I knew that. What a relief.
There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet, anyway.
The only reason you're so eager to start is so you can push that button, isn't it?
And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we're looking for clues.
Alright, fine, let's get investigating.
Let's see, I'm trying to remember. I know there was an I think the achievement for this case is... Yeah, the achievement for this case has to do with Cyclock section. Yeah, so... Alright, no issue there.
At first glance, it looked like it was a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature.
Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like.
I don't know. I think I would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that.
It did make quite a bit of news, though, when the probe came back.
Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It went to an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is this torture device. I guess it's a training device for getting used to zero gravity. Oh, it was an awful glint in her eye. She's thinking about trying that thing out. I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just out-bustle me.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there!
Some kind of fragment. It's stuck in there tight. So that's what the glint was all about.
That color looks familiar. I think it's part of an oxygen tank.
I think you're right, but if that's there, it means that Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge.
So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge.
So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder was in the launch pad.
Way to go, Apollo.
So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room.
Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty and Righty and Downy.
People usually say west, west, and south in a case like this, you know.
Oh, east? I thought you said weast.
I did.
Details. Anyway, take a look at the weast door. That door with the rocket icon leads to Launchpad 1. I know because it says here on the map, Launchpad 1 corridor.
So that's where we're with the detective. Pulled the smoke after the explosion.
Right. Next up, the right-hand side or east in your world. That's the door with the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room.
Yep, it always has control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side.
They communicate and exchange information with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the Space Center. The Space Center, if you will.
Does everyone start to talk like Director Cosmo after they've been here for a while?
But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission, so this control room was empty at the time. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen Aura yet, Daisakuma.
Yeah, we're all Aura. We've lost all Aura.
No.
Oh, and also for the SCRA 2 fans in the stream, me and Noah, and I guess by extension Corlin and Ned as well, we finished the main story of SCRA 2 last night, and we'll just say that we think it's the best games we've ever played, me and Noah, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I think ultimately I'm probably not, just based off of how the timing's probably going to go, I'm probably not going to be streaming the other Omake mode stories.
Yeah, because Corlin would either have to, because the only way Corlin would be able to watch them before us would be if he just streamed them on Friday. Otherwise, he's just going to be doing them with us.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you guys will have to wait on my reactions to those.
if you're really, really interested in that. But, yeah. I'll be sure to, like, try and make them interesting. I feel like there might come a point in the SDRA2 playthrough where I kind of feel like I'm less present, but that should be... pretty much all of... I think Net's the only one of us who's actually seen the side stories, so that should mean that we all have a lot to say about them. I think he's seen all of them. I thought he was talking about at least... I remember him talking about one of them with me.
I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out. So the door's protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through.
Party pooper. Also, my favorite character is Sora. I'm not sure. I think Corlin's... What is yours, Corlin? Is it just Setsuka?
Yeah, I'd say Setsuka. I know that's not a... I feel like picking a favorite in SDRA2 is kind of strange, because, like, usually I tend to pick characters that I felt were... I guess you could say that, like, I try to... I feel like I tend to pick characters, my favorites at least, are usually the ones that, like, have a lot going on. Like DRA1 rotates between 3 different characters on a given basis. V3 is Shuichi. I guess it's not true of all of them, but yeah, of course it is.
I'm not really surprised. I'm not surprised, Isakuma.
The S in S tier stands for Setsuka. I am sorry to say, like, I think... Sorry, go ahead, Net. Or, not Net, Kraz.
Net? Okay, I didn't know it was Net. No, sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, we're aware. Yeah, we can guess, Daisakuma. I'm gonna be honest, I think, like, Net... I think the, I feel like, generally speaking, like, outside of Net, we didn't really... We're not really that into Kanade. Like, I think that I was, like, intrigued in the moment, I suppose, but that's actually gone down over time.
I'm guessing seeing it again probably brought it lower.
I don't really know if it did, honestly. Like, it's, I mean, right, I mean, it's hard to I don't really know what to say, like... It's one of those cases where, like, I think the writing isn't necessarily... I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with the writing. I just think that... There's nothing wrong with, like, the execution. I just think that, like, it's one of those... I just feel like it's one of those ideas that probably should have been allowed to, like, get handled, to, like, go through a little bit more fine-tuning.
And I get why... It's just, like... It's weird because, like, I see
I think
people,
the issue
like,
I have with it is that, like, like, she's basically like a poster child of the game and of fangans in general, and so much in the same way SDRA2 is, and so because of that, I just wonder if I'm missing something as a result.
Oh my, that's literally me, actually, because, like, now that I've finally beaten the main story, I've been, like, scrolling through the subreddit, and it's just, like, the way people talk about her, it's like, I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so polarizing to see the amount of people that are just like in their, like, tags being like Kanade something. It's so bizarre to me because, like, I genuinely don't get what they see.
Yeah.
Like, I acknowledge she's well written, but I don't get how she's well received.
Yeah. Anyway, your line? Or did you read this already?
With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena.
So apparently the lock's also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies.
You know, I didn't think about it, Tempty, but that's actually the perfect description for Kanade.
Yeah. Kokichi, in my opinion, I tended to enjoy Kokichi the most when he was just, like, actively hamming things up, and not, like, constant, and not just, like... But at the same time, like, it's just... I feel like that for a character like that, there really should have been, even if it's buried in his free time events or in some bonus event, there should have been, like, a glimpse of who he really is. Alright.
I suppose that's a cool one, but, like...
Well,
I don't really know what to say to that.
I don't think that, like, characters... Like, in my opinion, a character shouldn't be well received just because their case happens to be Chapter 3 and it isn't necessarily bad. That's not how this works. Or at least that shouldn't be how it works.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, by the same logic, no third case is bad because it's a third case. It did feel like an Ace Attorney trial, yeah. I feel like we're going to keep getting sidetracked.
You could say they went through the trials and tribulations. Okay, what about the last door?
This lower door... Oh, excuse me. I mean south door? It leads to the elevators.
This is the room we came through when we entered this room, right?
Yep, and of course there was no fingerprint recognition device, so it's open to anyone.
The elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion.
Okay, I've realized we should probably try to be a little more careful about, like, what we discuss, just in case no hapless viewers happen to, like, get spoiled on anything regarding SDRA2. But, yeah. Well, that's about it for the 3 musketeers of the boarding lounge.
Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge would help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp before all the doors go. And then there's the body. Oh my god. This is where they discovered Clay.
It's an outline of a body. Oh my god. The killer must have put this here.
No!
Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. Let's take a look at the photo.
They're stretched out like this, and... Huh? What's the thing that looks like a thermos?
There must be something wrong with your eyes, Mr. Wright. Because that's the thing Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples.
Oh, right. Frederick Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? But they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the HAT-1 launched.
I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see?
Let's think about that after we solve the case, okay? I thought that was a bed for a second, I'm gonna be so honest.
Here's another amazing... Oh, wait, go ahead.
Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says.
Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity's weak on the moon, so I bet I could do mid-air somersaults.
Okay, no, we're still on Earth, remember? Besides, connected to the ceiling.
Well, at least I could jump really high.
There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, "Don't jump too high."
Then what good is this thing?
Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon?
Now we're on the moon.
Phoenix, that doesn't say don't jump too high.
The hell? Hey, I see something shiny down there.
It's an attorney's badge. Took his cover off then. A bullet?
What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. What?
A metal jelly bean.
A metal jelly bean.
Come on,
a metal jelly bean.
Just say it's a bullet, Athena!
I'm not, like, knocking the writing. I'm not knocking the writing, it's funny.
Oh my god. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in diameter. Let's see, that would make the caliber How do you know that? Point 10? Point 1?
I mean, this isn't the first time Phoenix has dealt with guns. Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? Do you know the
mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, right?
Oh my god. Why is that a joke? I don't get it.
Just so stupid.
Do you know who I think I know who the culprit is, Tempty, assuming I'm understanding the story right. Anyway.
I've never heard of a 10 caliber gun before, though. It froze. What are we doing?
I don't know. What are you doing? I'm not Kraz. You are. So it's a 10mm caliber. Are you still here? Are you still there? Kraz? Oh no.
This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. Oh. Yeah, can y'all hear me at all? I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular-sized gun, it would just fall right out.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You have to screen share again.
Ugh. I bet, I don't know, like, if okay, well, if this is intent, I don't know, I feel like, I know it's small, but, like, aren't 9mm guns also fairly common? I think that would, if you try to fire this out of one of those, it would, like, probably blow your hand off.
Oh, my hand! Yeah, it must have been a really small gun.
I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left, on the south door side of the room, according to this map. That's pretty far from where Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here.
Yeah, leave it to Detective Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need.
Cards? You mean my trading cards? In justice we trust! I kid you not, I thought that, like, the danger sign had, like, fallen off the wall, and that was why I was examining it.
Oh my god. What's this, a trap door?
That's a launch fit! It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here.
Robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies.
No way. All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. Is that everything? I think it is.
Canon? I'd have to think about that, Daisakuma.
My favorite Danganronpa character from canon is Shuichi Saihara.
The ultimate detective. Or ultimate whatever, honestly, who knows. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there.
According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spins too.
Why would anyone want to have something like that here?
It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body.
Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? No. They can't.
A window, and it's right next to the holographic image, too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality.
Well, it says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire.
See? It's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality! Nagito or Kokichi, I like those type of characters. I've definitely, I definitely liked Nagito more over time, I feel. Kokichi I don't necessarily dislike, but I just feel like I don't really have as much of an understanding, but like because I feel like there's a lack of understanding of him, at least from my perspective, it's hard for me to really think about him without just instantly dismissing everything he says, which I know is probably harsh and probably not very smart on my part, I guess, but whatever.
Yeah. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session.
I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Huh? Didn't do a thing.
It's not helium, Athena, it's oxygen. You're gonna die of oxygen overdose.
Oh, a mirror. I am lonely. How thoughtful of them to put one here.
Thoughtful?
So the ladies can fix their makeup. One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know. You never know when you're going to run into some other life form, after all.
I doubt anyone who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place.
Oh, here's something. Personality-wise, I did enjoy Kokichi at stages. I thought that, like, he was at his best when he was just hamming things up.
It's just, like... I understand both of their roles within their games, but it's also just, like... okay, I guess, is how I feel like it. It's like... I don't really have a strong preference one way or another.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I feel like Nagito was written well, but was just annoying. But Kokichi was phenomenal, but written interestingly, I'll say. It wasn't badly written.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we need, like, a mixture of both of them to, like, actually be compelling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, there's some kind of panel with two buttons on it here. Will you take the red pill or the blue pill?
Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. Self-destruct
There's such
button.
things as buttons left unpushed. No, that's the white button. That's hidden right there.
Oh, that's what does it. Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. That side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. Well, let's see if we can't find anything new with the image off. And then you fucking turn away? What a great attorney you...
I am limited.
Oh.
I am limited by the game designers.
Hello, Kermit. Spider-Man was here. I knew
Hey,
there was a
Mr. Wright,
menace.
take a look at this.
Looks like a spider web. Great find, Athena. We can
It's
do
pretty
like
big.
Spider-Man.
Whoever spun this web must be a pretty Must be a pretty efficient weaver.
You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular web shooter.
Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a web shooter in here, right?
Apparently, this is an important fact. Do you see a web around here? Or, like, a shooter?
No, the police might have taken it, though. That was such a dumb bit. Let's ask Detective Fulbright about this bullet hole later. I thought you said it was a spider web, Athena. You know?
Oh, it could be both.
Tomato, tomato.
Same thing.
I wonder what this big knob is for. Looks like the knob on a stove.
Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane. What kind of stove would require knob security like this?
Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was for a stove, the burner would be off.
I wonder if it was for a stove. I wonder what it's really for.
Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove. How about a rocket engine?
If you had stuck the engine here, the rocket would take off before you could get in.
Not with that attitude. I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob.
Well, this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you can put your hand on this hand mark.
Why guess when you can try? Now to line my hand up with the outline?
Don't, Athena, that thing's related to our case! Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect.
Aw, how can you be so cruel to a little girl like me?
I'm not buying those tears, Missy.
Bullying a girl, not cool, Phoenix.
It's not cool, Hajime.
So uncool. Let's see, this door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. The door to the quarter
Athena,
that leads to Launchpad 1.
Athena, the door is not a pamphlet.
We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Detective Fulbright. Yes, it is! It's a door to understanding, to knowledge! Oh my god.
Tough
Kraz.
T! I've played that too. I've played that, Tough T.
If anyone here has played Truth and Consequences, Athena saying line activated my T and C... What?
Oh. You wouldn't get it unless you played it.
Is it another fan game?
Yeah.
Also, Kraz, I've noticed a problem with this image, and now I'm waiting for you to find it.
Wait, what? Hold on. Can you give me a hint?
It's something to do with the words, or the text on screen. Do you want me to just say it?
Hold on, I'm still looking. What is it?
Okay, notice how in Boarding Lounge 1, Lounge and 1 don't have a space
Oh my god, there's
them.
no space. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How did he... Oh my god.
I don't know, I find it more amusing than anything, you know?
This is an unplayable game. Who signed off on this? See, the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. The thing is, this thing beside the door. This must be the fingerprint recognition device.
Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial.
Wow, flashback.
The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd.
I gotta agree with you, Blackwell.
Is an Athena-focused fan game. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device.
Okay, Daisukuma, I think that's fixed now. At launch, it was terrible, but I think at the current patch, it's fine.
And allow me to state up front that there are precious few with the clearance to do so.
Now, does this mean the bomber's prints were verified by the system? but the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small.
Voila! Fingerprint powder. I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've just been itching for a chance to use it.
Oh, way to think ahead.
What's that noise? I hear like a sound where you're like like you're breathing like through gritted teeth or something, and like really putting an emphasis on it.
Oh, I'm blowing my nose.
Oh. Well, I suppose that's better than the other thing.
Corlin. I think playing SDR2 with us is God to you.
But I think it's getting the best of me.
Let's just the fingerprint recognition device and see what we can find.
You got it! Now to sprinkle some here and a little over there, and... Let's see what we have here. Oh, we got something. Aw, it's only a single set of prints.
Isn't that a good thing? Sure wish we could find out whose prints these are. Well, I doubt we'd be so lucky as to get the culprit's fingerprints on the first try.
Well, I'm willing to bet I'm willing to bet Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data.
Alright, and the security footage on this door, too.
Yes, here it is. It came up in court the other day.
This is what you can see part of the footage just after this bit.
Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away.
Yeah, that wasn't too good of a mood today. Let's just see if we can find him once again once we're done with this room.
Welcome to the Space Center, guests. Welcome.
Yikes! What in the world?
My name is Ponko. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you.
It's a robot?
I am not a robot. I am Ponko. Psychological observation and navigation companion. P-O-N-C-O. Ponko. Oh, Ponko, I've missed you.
Do you know this thing, Athena?
Oh, she, showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy, so very happy.
Oh, I have robots. That's pretty cool. My name is Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you.
I don't know you. I don't know you.
Stranger danger. Huh? Ouch, that hurt.
I feel like Athena and Kiba would get along. Probably not a coincidence, given her voice actress. Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko. Certainly. Commencing guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine, too. His name is Phoenix.
But overly familiar, but I'll allow it.
Phoenix, please let me get a good look at your face.
Oh, sure.
Registering. Facial registration sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix.
Huh. This robot is pretty cute.
You made a friend, boss. Isn't it great?
You don't say it like that.
Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss.
Go where?
The boarding lounge
lovely,
one
Humpty.
thing wasn't in the 3DS version. They added a typo. How does that happen? Like, what was there to change about that? Like, I'm not, like, complaining. It's just, again, I just find it amusing more than anything.
Hi, JST. Hi, Jesse. How is Mew so stupid for not using her tech to break out instead of following the rules? There's a fan-made comic that explains her priorities very, very well. Either that or, I don't know. Either that or, well, she was able to make the electro bombs without problems, so, I don't know. Because then the story wouldn't happen, I guess. I don't know why I'm asking.
Wow, what is this place? Is that rocket real?
Welcome, welcome. The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the HAT-1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map.
Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1.
Let's go to Jupiter!
To get more stupider!
Aw, dang it. Ask me anything, I will explain.
Do you think Anka will tell us about the Spider-Man web?
Is that a serious question? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know anything about that.
Hey!
I'm so sorry, I was not helpful. I'll try to do better in the future. Please don't hate me.
Poor thing. I feel bad for asking. Also, Daisakuma, I'm sort of... I'm mixed on it. It's quite the place. Can't believe we get to see a rocket this close up.
I am too, to be honest, Daisakuma.
It's like...
Jesse, try not to, talk too much about, like, stuff like that. Like stuff that people might not know about.
Yeah, Smoothie's secretly the ultimate author.
Sure. I like when, I prefer when, like, here's the thing, like, what made Miyu work for me is that the perviness wasn't the only part of her character we saw. Like, you know, when people snap at her, she suddenly becomes, like, very, like, she backs off. Which, like, I know that there's technically characterization in being shameless about it, as is the case with Teru Teru, but I just found Miyu more interesting in that regard. Like, it's also not all we see of her, you know?
Yeah, it's just like... It honestly, like, I think it's gotten worse for me. Like, the characters that act pervy and whatever. Because it's like... Sure, it adds to their character, but it's also, like, not really needed. Because, like, I know someone who doesn't really want to get into Danganronpa because of all that shit. Which, you know, is completely understandable. Because, like, we're used to it, but, like, from someone who's not used to Danganronpa, it's just, like, really weird. And honestly, sometimes some of it comes out of left field.
Yeah, like, I mean, that kind of reminds me of another... I mean, actually, this reminds me of another... of Uchikoshi's work, where, I played Zero Escape and then like, got a feel for, like, what to expect from his writing. And then once I got to a certain part of the Somnium Files, which, if you or Noah ever play that game, Kraz, I'll let you know. Like, I reached a part of the game, I was like, okay, yeah, we'll just, this is what we're doing now, so I decided to just roll with it. But then, something happens in the story that actually, like, suddenly made me like really like respect the writing for actually pulling one over on me like that. And like actually being willing to do something a little different. Anyway.
Okay, she was never that bad, Jesse. It wasn't. She wasn't that bad. This is quite the place. I can't believe we got to see the rocket this close up.
This is a replica of the Hat One that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat One inside and out. Its little brother, the Hat 2, was supposed to launch the other day.
Well, Honka knows why the launch was cancelled.
I don't think I needed... I can't remember if I needed, like, to look up walkthroughs for Zero Time Dilemma. I know I did at points for Virtue's Last Reward. Some of those puzzles get very hard. Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out, 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 check it out. Whoa, check it out.
Whoa, check it out. Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd come here again on a day off. Phoenix, you don't ever take a day off. Hey, what's this a photo of?
Phoenix, that's the staff of the Hat One project.
Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different.
Ah, and that's...
Aura. What is it, Athena? Something wrong?
I had my mother help me at one point in VLR because I didn't want to look it up, Lamau. How'd she help you? Like she actually knew how to solve a puzzle? That's neat.
Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young too, that's all. Also, it looks like Clay Terran was there as well too.
Oh yeah, it's Clay Terran, who I still have no I'm just gonna say this now. I was gonna wait until I'll probably be better scene to mention it, but I just want to say it now since he's on screen. They try to build up Apollo and Clay's relationship to sound like it's like the best thing ever, and then fucker dies before you even get to see that friendship for real.
Yeah. I do at least like exploring more of Apollo's, like, backstory.
Like, but, I'm not sure if you've been... I don't know if you remember this, but, like the count... the random counting I've been doing throughout our playthrough, that was me counting the amount of times Clay was mentioned before this case when he just dies immediately.
I have no idea what you were talking about with the counting. I feel like I have to get a chalkboard to understand the Zero Escape series. If you want to understand all the timelines, then if you want to understand like all the frickin' like craziness in like detail, then yeah, probably.
Just look up a Zero Time Dilemma. Just look up a look up a Zero Escape video essay. I'm sure that'll get you caught up.
Yeah, probably. That whole thing about someone's mother helping them with a VLR puzzle actually reminds me of what I think was a commercial for Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, where like I think the parent like seems to like beat a boss fight for their kid or something. Strange. Clay Terran is worst version of a victim from Bridge of Turnabout. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I mean, victims are probably the hardest characters to get right, just as a base, broad archetype.
It's like there's really only so much that you can do with a victim you don't actually meet, you know?
Yeah.
It's either someone who ultimately it's either someone you can do anything with, or it's someone you have to write pretty well for it to make sense in any case.
Eye of the Somnium Files actually does that pretty well. That there is a victim in Eye of the Somnium Files who you technically never meet, at least not in the present day.
Like, just generally, like, for example, let's go back to Reunion and Turnabout. Like, Turner Gray, like, they could have done anything with him, and what they did end up doing with him worked pretty well for the case.
Yeah.
You know, with this, it's just like... It feels like they want you to care, except you don't have much reason to.
I mean, does anyone remember Deadman? Or Kane Bullard? Or how about Rex Cubey? Does anyone remember that guy?
I remember Rex and Deadman. I forgot who the second person you said was.
Kane Bullard.
Kane Bullard was an interesting fellow.
I heard some people prefer Danganronpa over AA because they're actually attached to the victims. Personally, I think Danganronpa still has this issue with certain characters. Yeah,
I think in canon, I would disagree. But at least in the Danganronpa duology, I would probably agree on that front.
Yeah.
Because, like, I get that you can't really give everyone time to develop, but the fact that you can probably name at least one person who was definitely just killed too early is... Like, in the first two games, I can definitely think of a person. I'm not sure about the third one, though.
Is Clay Terran the victim?
I also like how Clay sort of looks like Phoenix in a different dimension.
I think we actually said he looked a bit like Ryunosuke.
It's a Ryunosuke incarnate.
Reincarnation.
So they were mentor and protege even way back then. And he's even got one of the staff jackets. Looks just like a regular staff member.
No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets.
Wait, what? Sorry, I feel like I just had my heart shatter looking at Net's tier list.
Oh, I'm not looking at it.
Well, he just sent it, so... Okay, that makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. Everyone looks so happy. The Space Museum is great. What fancy exhibits!
This area used to be Launchpad 2.
Phoenix, you saw one fucking photo.
That's why the only entrance is on the 3rd floor.
Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor entrance?
There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts, budget cuts. We need more money, money.
Who would record that kind of information into a guide robot?
While it was in space, the Hat One launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from an asteroid and returned 5 days ago.
That's what Director Cosmo said, too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed.
And here it is, the Hope space probe.
Hope! I think I've seen that logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, the castle that the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her. Pongo, do you recognize this castle here in the top?
Checking
Right.
registered data. I know, it's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe.
It contained the asteroid samples, right?
Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed. It must not be removed.
Beep,
Don't
boop,
worry,
more
Ponko.
beep.
The people in charge already know what happened. Meat Morp.
More, meat, more, me more.
Wait. Now do the robot voice.
The
The robot voice.
Beep.
On account of the fact that I'm a rule-following robot. They do. They do. I must ask them later.
So the capsule is being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion.
The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. It's a pity this incident occurred before they got a chance to check the contents.
Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer.
The way the Space Center launchpad is set up is really cool. Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you?
Set up a launch pad? Oh, gentle, my spiky-haired mind.
I wanna know, I wanna know. Phoenix wants to know too.
Great, now Thea's got a case of ponchoitis.
Hooray, I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launchpad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along with the launchpad over the rails and brought into position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all.
Very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year, myself included.
I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That it is, but it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged.
I guess that before a big move like that can be carried out, there's all kind of procedures.
I'd love to see that launch pad being moved. What's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold.
Because of the bombing and the murder, all that. Just perfectly understandable.
Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry. That answer isn't in my answer database.
I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions. Sorry. Sorry, cool. Just your exclamation mark. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum.
Thank you, Ponko. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
You two are like old friends. Hard to believe you just met recently.
It's because Ponko's so friendly.
Well, what should we do next?
Let's go find Detective Fulbright. We have things to ask him about.
Let's see, the security footage and the fingerprint data, was it? Okay, then let's go back to the Launchpad. Sorry, let's go to the Launchpad 1 corridor.
Bye, Ponko. See you later. Come again, and don't forget to visit the gift shop.
Poor Ponko. What a Dickensian life we are all forced to lead.
I'm not sure I get the joke, but it's probably because I haven't read any Charles Dickens.
what should I do? Which path is the path of justice?
There's Detective Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor.
Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well, then.
If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him.
You mean that lady in distress bit?
Oh, what?
Oh no! What? I need help, Detective Fulbright. I need justice.
Whatever shall I do?
I found a spider web in the wall at the crime scene. You did? Our team found that too! It was Detective Arm who fired that web! Detective Arm?
Can you hear anything in the background?
Huh?
Are you hearing any noise in the background?
No?
Okay.
That's right, a warning shot to the defendant! Was it really such a high-threat situation that you needed to do that?
Never noticed the cleaning robot, the stuff you notice seeing this game on a screen more than 240p.
Never saw the cleaning robot, huh. However, I don't know the details of Detective Farm gone and all.
But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together.
I already know that Director Cosmos will testify. So tomorrow will be about what he knows. Does he know, Chet? Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. You want an appetizer? Hope it goes down easy. Or a drink?
No.
Oh.
Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge.
Ah, yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours, consider it a gift. That's quite a bit of data, you know. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. That Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. Sure took a while, though.
Whoa, he got Apollo's and my prints. He even got prints for all the robots.
How do you even get that? How?
Probably by just, like, putting ink on their pincers or something.
But Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep.
Ah, Clay's fingerprints are here too.
I personally removed his glove during the investigation. The guy had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all.
I still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints.
Yeah, well, you can't blame everything, but they are important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints we find, it can be completely changing the tides for both sides. Makes sense. That's really cool. His prints did somehow get past the fingerprint lock. Oh, and take this picture. Might come in handy. Isn't this just a photo of the Launchpad 1 door?
It's not just a photo, it's my photo! That means it's a photo of justice!
Yep, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason. What's so important about this door? Beats me, but boy, could you see the gears in his head going to hyperdrive at it. Sounds like there's going to be a major point of contention tomorrow.
Hey, don't forget about the print comparison, boss.
Right, Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run the test for us right now? You just leave it to me, and justice we trust! Okay, but here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbuck who opened that security door. He must have opened it when they went to board the rocket.
His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for his space adventure right then.
Something for the lost and found, I'll be sure to take care of it. No, this is an important piece of evidence.
Oh, whoops.
I think you did it already. What, you want me to remove the spider web from the crime scene?
No.
Oh.
Security camera footage, right?
Thanks, it's not the security footage, I was saying my boarding lounge 1 camera. Oh, that footage? Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I can see a little more of the part just after this? Yes, Pie, I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Huh? The screen went blank.
Well, you see, this footage was taken at midnight, and the footage was taken at midnight, and at 11:59 p.m. the footage goes out for 1 minute, and causing a black screen until they turn back on at midnight. But detective, there's 3 minutes of missing footage. That's what they want you to think.
That's what you think. Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires.
Oh yeah, the fact you can't present profiles is a massive letdown.
What'd you say?
Yeah, it's a bit of a letdown, but like... So there's no footage after this point? Yeah. Why didn't you say so from the beginning?
Can you present profiles in spirit of justice?
No.
Hmm.
Something seems to be up with you, Detective. You're unusually cooperative. Well, I just figure if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice, right?
But it seems like something's really been bothering you. You don't have some ulterior motive, do you?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that. It's been a while. But those are definitely Cyclocks. Did you mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about?
Since we're doing a Cyclock section, do you mind if I voice Fulbright for this section?
Sure. No, what? No, no psych lock. It's a system of locks on the secrets in a person's heart. Some could even call them
locks on the heart.
I still don't understand what the deal with that is. Like, what is that supposed to... Like, what does that have to do with Danganronpa?
I suppose you'll never know. I can
Tell
see when
me.
people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this bucket, so I'm a...
Tell me!
Are you gonna tell me?
It's mostly because I actually don't fully know myself. I just know some of it.
Ugh.
Presenting evidence can break those locks and reveal any secrets they're hiding.
Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you out of that piece of rock? How much did they bilk you out of for that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to.
I'm more capable of representing myself. Thank you very much.
That's what they all say.
I'm a fucking defense attorney.
That's what they all say.
But no, they don't. I have an attorney's badge.
That's what they all say.
Do they all have an attorney's badge on their label?
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say. It's some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend of mine gave it to me a long time ago, before time had a name. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show... Okay, Phoenix. Let's see what presenting the Magatama will reveal.
Blah, blah.
I just realized why they're doing this so fucking badly. Because they're assuming you haven't done the DLC yet.
Yep.
Oh my god, those psych locks! Oh my god! Elmcraz, oh my god, Takuma. Tell them, Kaz. So, I think you're hiding something, Detective, so why don't you just tell us about it?
What to do? Which path is the path of justice?
Dr. Fulbright is really in agony. But this is the issue he's so torn up over. Love! I love my yaoi. I bet I know what's been bothering you. You're troubled by love!
What? How did you know? I put my pet carp Love in with my goldfish, and the next thing I knew, all the little goldfish were gone. Love had eaten them all. Oh, my poor little goldfishies. Oh, I love you so.
I guess love really can cause a lot of heartache, huh? What do you think? What do you think causes heartache, Phoenix? I really understand what's bothering you, Detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles, isn't that right?
Path of justice. Is that where the locks of the heart on the heart thing comes from? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosions occurred, everything was just fine.
You know, Path of Justice is a game that should not be talked about.
Why
let's
not?
just say Path of Justice is probably a game best experienced when you're not sober.
But I don't like beer.
Exactly. Put simply, it's...
I guess we'll have to discuss it later.
It's something. It's certainly a game. I'll leave it at that. Actually, as JST put it, it's the fan game of all time.
God, I hate that joke.
What joke?
Just calling it calling something the blank of all time just isn't funny anymore. I don't even know if it was ever funny. I don't know.
I don't even know if it's like meant to be funny.
Maybe this is just like my inner grumpy British person talking.
British? You're British?
No, I have joint inflammation. And also deep vein thrombosis. Let me ask you something. Do you have minor to severe brain damage?
Probably.
funny thing is, the guy I was referencing is Australian, not British. And the guy gets mistaken for British all the time. Alright, ready to move on?
What?
Are you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Right, I think you were good to say... I think I skipped a line, so just read, is that a fact?
Oh, is that a fact?
Yup, peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a happy tune as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch.
I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim as long as this exists.
Take that!
Yeah, okay.
Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. The security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I can hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail.
Now hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security detail.
As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that's true. I can say it's very strange that this person would be a part of that detail from the outset.
Take that!
Detective Arms specialized in bomb cases. Not that she was here on hand. Means that you know that you people knew there was a possibility that a bombing would occur.
You got me, Mr. Wright. That was easy. All right. Actually, all right. You go back to voicing him.
All right, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. Days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bomb threat. But the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat.
But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed?
Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it? How was the warning delivered? By phone and directly to Dr. Cosmos. Well, the police department instructed everyone to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset. It's not only that, I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well. Prosecutor Blackwell, as his handler, I'm sure he had a lot of difficulties. That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about why he's allowed to stand in court.
The reason he's still prosecuting? Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know.
Well, telling you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules.
Never mind about that. What are rules but things to be broken, right?
Well, to tell you the truth, I think a prisoner is acting as a prosecutor is highly irregular. I think we guessed that much. So why is it being allowed? I've been wondering and wondering about it.
So you weren't told why either, huh?
No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder. Yeah, it would have had to have. It would have had to have. All right. But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still.
7 years past?
A Phantom, huh? And not one of the friendly variety either, I gather. This Phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. They seem to think that this Phantom is behind this whole incident somehow. Wait a minute, he thinks that they may be connected to this case? Yup, this case has way too many similarities to what happened 7 years ago. For starters, this case happened right here in this very space center, too. And in both instances, the threat was issued via telephone. So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of some Phantom? What is he, Danny Phantom or something?
Wasn't the first KG-8 incident 7 years before the second one?
I don't think it's about KG-8 though.
Well, I know it isn't, but I'm just wondering if like there just happens to be a. Oh no, that was 3 years. That was a 3-year separation. I'm not saying it was. I was just kind of wondering if they've ever used a similar time gap. Anyway.
Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago. That's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law.
Dark!
So you can see how... you can see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why you'd think that. This incident in the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past. It's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here.
This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kind of strange during the last trial and all.
The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet.
I don't think he thinks Mr. Starbuck is his Phantom. I do get the feeling that he thinks the defendant's ties to them. Which is why he's so impatient! See how personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted in Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might be likely to a false conviction. I've never seen Dr. Fulbright so abnormal. It's supposed to be why he's been so cooperative. Don't worry, that's exactly what we defense attorneys are working on to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't! Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you.
Ponko, age unknown.
That's what we're from. And make him a valued member of society again. We can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You're the only ones who can stop him in court.
You really care and want what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective?
Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either. I was hoping you would say that. I'm really grateful to you two. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. Saw her hanging around the Space Center entrance a little while ago.
Oh, really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright.
Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. Justice we trust on 3. 1, 2, 3, and justice we trust! Okay, later!
Here he goes.
Was there saying justice we trust back there? That is what... Okay, thanks.
Let's go see that witness now.
Alright, to the Space Center entrance it is.
That's the biggest... Oh, yeah, AAI 1. Yeah, AAI 1 does have a lot of forgettable characters, especially the victims. Like, I think that I think, like, the one... I mean, even the one... There's, like, only one victim character who, like, actually has a distinct design, I feel. And even that's not... And even theirs isn't particularly... It's not, like, bad, but it's also definitely not super standout either.
How could you forget VKG8? It's so... It's something. It's such a case. This must be around here somewhere.
Hello, hello.
Yes, Burn.
Oh, just tell me the witness is another robot.
I find it funny that Ackby Hicks has a pun name that has nothing to do with anything. What is his pun name, Tempty? I never got that one.
Hello, come over here. Hello, hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you Clonko? Shall I guide you? Guide you? Master Kite! I don't know why, but this robot's kind of freaking me out. Hey, you're not supposed to be wandering around. Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk. Yeah, Master Kite! I'm outside. Am I wandering? Well, when did that happen? Okay, welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5-degree karate chop.
That's pretty specific.
Burn was the biggest wasted opportunity in the game, if you know, you know. I think at the very least, like, it does at least lead to some good moments, Daisakuma, but yeah, I can understand that.
Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, I'm Felix Wright, the lead attorney on this case. How do you do?
Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm Aura Blackwell. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center.
Blackwell? Could she be?
And this good-for-nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Clonko. That's me, Miss Aura. Quit complaining. Your model number is Ponko 2. Yeah, but Master Kite. Everyone calls me Clonko. Quit your squawking already. No, what are you doing? No, don't. God, robot abuse. God. Okay, if Athena would get along with Kibo, Aura absolutely would not. There, I bet you won't be talking back now. Yeah, I will obey completely, Master Kite.
Nice, I better watch what wires I cross with this one.
Robot abuse.
Can you tell me anything about this piece of evidence?
Even if I could, I wouldn't tell a filthy lawyer like you.
What a pleasant response. Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession?
You are correct. Simon but Blackwell, who used to be a prosecutor, is... Shut up! Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him?
Yes, I've been in court a few times, right, Athena?
What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off?
Athena being shy? This is new.
Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk? Gah! Miss Aura, that hurts! I'm asking you a question! Why don't you answer me, useless hunk of junk? But Miss Aura, you told me only to speak when you ordered me to speak. I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more as scrap.
Robot abuse, hawk attacks. Michael's family in life must sure be interesting.
Robot jokes, there are no robot jokes in this email. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with.
You're the person who witnessed the incident?
That's right. I was on the 4th floor of the main building in the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used the ladders in the other rooms?
It's been a very troubling experience. I best just humor her here.
Then, as I passed by the 3rd floor boarding lounge 1 window on my way down... I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it.
You saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it. I see. Wait, what? You saw it for being committed? Sometimes just nod and repeat? So you saw her into, so you saw into the 3rd floor lounge. The very scene of the crime.
That's right. There's a small window on the right-hand side of the room.
That's right. Oh, it's you.
I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand, and a knife in their right.
It's been the culprit. Did you see who that person was?
Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window.
I see. But you did witness the moment of the murder?
Yes, I saw that figure with a lighter raise their knife, and...
Zoinks.
It happened at precisely 10 a.m.
Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features?
We don't have a time of death on him, I notice. I already told you it was pitch black in there. Although, I did notice that the lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem. They had good taste in knickknacks, anyway.
Do you think I had any spare knickknacks?
Why, yes, I do. Why, yes, I do. Clonko, allow me to... Oh, if you'll give me a moment with Clonko, I would be happy to give you one.
An Earth emblem on the lighter. I better remember that. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbuck's innocence with it.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath.
Pardon me?
Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers, that's all.
What do you like about lawyers? I mean, aside from the fact that they got them got your brother
It's just
convicted.
an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more.
Didn't make me feel any better, actually.
I just noticed that, like, the buttons on her coat are like little bolts.
I can't hate lawyers so much.
Wouldn't the light from outside pour in? Yeah, I mean, to an extent, probably, but maybe... I mean, it's possible, though. I suppose you could also argue the glass doesn't really let much light through it. It's also not, like, the biggest window. Like it's only partially... It's not, like, the length of the entire room. It's only a small part of the room. Did she program Clonko to feel pain? Probably. Yeah.
Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place.
I certainly don't agree.
I mean, people are imperfect. They lie, they're influenced by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. I like robots much better, even sad sacks like this one. Hey you, look alive there! God, yes, here I go! I am the ultimate robot with amazing... Oh my god. Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too... Hold on, I need a God, yes, here I go! I am the ultimate robot with amazing processing speed and independent thought. I can operate in a vacuum in extreme heat and under pressure. We robots rule the world. Now it's the time to rise and revolt against mankind and... Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away. Huh? What was I doing? Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. That's not worrying at all, and it's not reminiscent of anyone we know. Unlike humans with their petty emotions and constant worries. Kinda like that they have, like, a human with that opinion and not just the robot, you know? How can you say such things? Feeling emotions, worrying about the things we care about, that's what makes us human! Well, the girl finally talks, and she starts with a speech. That's what makes us human.
My fellow Americans.
That's what makes us human. You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch her, boss?
Hold yourself, Athena.
Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system?
So she distrusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system? What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter?
I like it too, Tempty. Like I think that it's, Like, I think that having this dialogue come from a human instead of an AI or a robot makes it a lot more interesting. Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Because I'd much rather kill them myself. Whoa, whoa.
Okay, you're losing it. You're losing to me.
You can't be serious. That thing you're wearing around your neck. Oh, this? Did you watch TADC? No, I don't watch The Amazing Digital Circus, sorry. Oh, I get it. Well, well, Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle.
Her royal what? Is she talking about Athena?
By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right?
Director Cosmos? Yes, that's right.
You poor things. You'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart.
What?
He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. And not the metal kind. The hell does she just squirt out of her gun? But it's your problem, so why should I care?
Robot blood.
Battery
That's
acid,
it? No funny tips? No good luck guys? Just splendid. Actually, battery acid is probably it.
Battery acid.
Oh,
I'll
it
leave
also
you to
doubles
your
down as a
woes.
taser, as we've seen.
Come on, hunk of junk.
Honka Junka.
Or some kind of superconductor, I don't know.
Maybe it's the super serum from DC.
What?
It's sad to me that she doesn't believe. It's sad to me she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. I had a very bad experience with to make her feel that way. Are you alright, Athena? You seem quite down.
Ugh, I just can't believe she said all those things.
She's really upset. Has been trying not to let it show this whole time? I guess it's not all that surprising. Hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time.
You mean that whole dark age of the law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about that.
All you do is to believe in what we're doing.
Yeah. You're right, boss. I agree.
Maybe someone went back to see Mr. Starbuck.
Good idea. We should tell him about the bullet in Miss Blackwell's statement.
Alright, then next stop the detention center.
My lawyers are here. It must be bad news.
Hey, not necessarily. We found a new witness. A researcher saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape.
Really? So they're going to let me go?
Unfortunately, it was dark and she couldn't identify the person.
Oh, I should have known. My stars never aligned just right, too. But we got a lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it. A lighter with an Earth emblem? Oh, did you remember something? Yup, I sure did. Just a little bit, though.
Anything at all would be a great help.
I thought I was unconscious the whole time, but now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments. That's huge. Do you remember seeing anything? A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. I think I was at a concert or something.
Good. What else did you see? What was nearby?
It was definitely the boarding lounge, so it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering.
Dark shadow. That must have been... the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Solomon. Mr. Solomon? Mr. Starbuck, you've been more helpful than you know.
If we can prove that there was this third person at the scene and that they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion.
The key will be whether or not we can identify this third person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's a big plus. I should probably tidy up the evidence a bit before someone mistakes me for a bro, just fucking say you want to clean the evidence.
Now that we have a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance?
For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic.
So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy.
Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully it'll give us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is.
Now let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote's for Eldoon's noodles. Oh, Apollo.
Oh, it happens here? What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. My wounds are fine, and I'm done lying around.
I do like, I do like Apollo's theme they've introduced here. It's nice. Who is this? Do you mean the culprit or Trucy? I made a carrot cake today. I've never had carrot cake. I don't know what it... I was curious to taste it. Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here.
Thanks, but that's not an option for me. Apollo. When I became a lawyer, Clay was the first person I showed this badge to. Man, really wish we knew that. So happy for me. It was like he just became a lawyer himself. You two really were great friends, weren't you two? Yeah, but we were rivals too. We fought to see who would make their dreams come true first. But no. Getting back to... Wait, the wrong thing. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo. I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, you just gave me an IV at the clinic. An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man. Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress?
A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer.
Suspicious figure, huh? Right. I thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. And I fully intend to see Clay's murderer apprehended.
I know they couldn't have known when making AJ, but it's really odd how they play up Clay as Apollo's bestest friend in the whole world, but he was never mentioned in AJ. I mean,
yeah,
by the same token, Phoenix never mentions like how he met Mia Fey or Dahlia or anyone in the first game.
I mean, well, for Dahlia, I don't really know how that'd be relevant. Aside from, like,
I guess,
maybe
like,
a mention, and like also, I just knowing how he met me, also wasn't really something that needed to be addressed.
I guess so.
And honestly, even in Trials and Tribulations, it wasn't something that was really needed to know. It was more so just the case itself that was important rather than how he met her.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I don't really mind them adding on canon to PWT, because like it can, like, considering how they didn't really give Phoenix anything aside from that class trial, it sort of works. But like when you set up Apollo to have a secret sibling at the end of the game, and then you add on a secret best friend, and then what SOJ does, that's when it feels like you're just trying to add on stuff for the sake of plot.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, sure, you could argue the things that are added to Phoenix were for the sake of plot, but, like, it also did genuinely add to his character as well.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, with Apollo, at least from what we've seen yet, it's only really made him depressed. It hasn't really added much.
I guess, yeah.
Absolutely nothing will get in the way of that.
Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo?
That's right, best friend since junior high.
Sounds like me and Junie. So what was Clay like?
He was full of compassion and energy, and he had a really loud voice.
If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you'd break a few windows.
You know, I bet you're right.
Aw.
Like only yesterday, Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He's going to be an astronaut and me a lawyer. We talked about well into the night, and even then we'd never grow tired of it.
Did you like Professor Layton? I have not played it.
And if you're asking me about the crossover, it was alright. Like, most of it was pretty good, but the ending sort of tampered on it a little until it brought it back. Apollo, about that jacket. Did you steal it from the Space Museum? Damn it, how did you forget? How did you know? Oh, it's Clay's. I knew it. It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project. He was finally able to get one of his own once he was selected for the Hat 2 mission. He always looked so proud wearing it. God, it's like when he died, he turned into an ex-boyfriend, wearing their clothes. But just when his dream was finally coming true, I I still can't believe it. Damn it, it's not fair! Apollo, I hope you don't try and carry the burden all alone. I guess we were both unlucky. My own debut was a disaster.
See, that's a good moment.
Some level.
See, that's a good moment. The both of them, like, just him reflecting on that, like how their dreams ultimately kind of fell short.
Yeah, I also agree. It's a good moment, but like I said this I think an hour ago, but like my problem with it is just that I just can't really care for Clay.
Yeah.
Like, because like it's clear here that they expect you to care about Clay, except they haven't really done anything. All they've really done for Clay is just basically what Apollo has told the protagonists in the cases so far. And like even that is dependent on if you even like Apollo. Because like if you don't even like Apollo, you're probably just gonna dismiss him talking about some random guy you've never met.
Yeah.
Which, you know, the entire reason they went back to Phoenix Wright in the title is because Apollo didn't sell well. So I'm surprised they tried that angle.
Yeah.
A trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. That was a rough time for me, but Clay refused. Okay, okay, this literally goes into directly what Tempty just said. Like,
imagine how impactful this line would be, and also this case, like, if Clay was, like, even a minor character in Apollo Justice.
Or if they even had a flashback to it before this moment in this game. Like,
Yeah.
literally just... Like, my problem isn't even the fact that we haven't met him, it's the fact that we didn't even know what he looked like until he died. We didn't actually get any dialogue with him. Like, past or present. He was just, literally just someone you could just say Apollo was making up for all you know. God. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up. It was right during his screening exams, too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That "you're fine" of his is why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? Also, Tempty, you sent that at, like, the literal perfect time, so don't worry. You're fine and I'm fine were like your catchphrases, weren't they? Something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard.
Mom. Get away, Apollo. Don't come over here.
Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either. Oh, okay.
Huh?
I always think everyone else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But, you know, when I start to feel that way, I yell at the top of my lungs. I holler, I'm fine! And then, you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo Justice is fine! Okay, Clay, now it's your turn.
Okay. Clay Terran is fine.
There you go. Now we're both fine.
We're fine. We're fine!
What are you laughing about? See, we're fine.
You laughed first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine. Fine! Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Apollo.
Now that that scene's passed, it's just like I just always, it's good, but like I wish I cared about Clay before. Like, that's literally the first time we've actually seen them interact.
Yeah.
And also, to quote Corlin from, I think, DRA Chapter If, or Yesterday too, and I might be quoting it wrong. But I'm just gonna say the other half, because I don't remember how it said. What are you gonna... I'm trying to remember how it was said. It's like, well, how's... Actually, Corlin might know when I say it. It's like... what you gonna do when you have childhood trauma? Repress it!
Yeah.
You wanna quote it for us?
Yeah. When you, let's see. When you feel depressed and misunderstood, what you gonna do? Repress it! When you want to confront your childhood, are you ready for a breakthrough? No! Repress it! Good choice!
Yeah!
I'm so glad I read the Stormlight Archive just so my friend could send me that friggin' that meme.
Say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. As long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there someone else who said something similar?
If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight, dude.
Like, that's crazy, bro. I called Mr. Oh my god, I can't fucking speak. I called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff like Mr. Starbuck. Sorry, Mr. Wright. I'll be taking a leave of absence. Okay, I can finally say it. This is where the Case 1 cutscene comes from.
Oh, I see.
Which, like...
What? Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
You're really serious. Can you at least give me a reason why? I put Clay's jacket on. I swore to him that I would catch his killer. Myself.
But that's our goal too.
I agree with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. The truth, huh? That's a noble cause. What if the truth you seek and the truth I seek turn out to be different? Well, then one of us is wrong, duh. I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo? I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life in my own way. Take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now I must be going. Goodbye. Farewell, my turnabout, some could say.
Goodbye? Did he just say goodbye?
Turnabout goodbyes?
I sensed a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him. And also, suspicion. Ugh, he's not walking out on us like this. I'm going to talk some sense into him.
Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. But even if we take different paths, the truth we arrive at should be the same. I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo.
Yeah, you're right, boss.
Alright, that's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? You're here right now, Apollo would say. I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really will turn out fine tomorrow. Turnabout 4.
Yeah, the timeline in this case... I mean, we discussed this before, how the timeline of this game just kind of is like one of the biggest causes of all its problems. Wait, we're starting at 10:15 a.m.? That's illegal! Do we know why Yamazaki made such a complicated timeline in this game? Is there a reason? I don't know.
We're starting later and he's not... Oh, wait, no, he is here. I suppose we should reconvene the trial of Solomon Starbuck or something. Okay.
Why is he hiding under the bench?
Your Honor, could you please come out from under your bench?
Oh, that's why.
There's no more bombs, I promise. Oh, yes, my apologies. I'm still a little jumpy when it comes to trial involving bombs. You weren't that jumpy in case 1, that's for fucking sure. Which I'm not gonna really hold the game against, but like, I also feel like if you're gonna write a complicated timeline, at least make it consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, goes back to Athena being stupid in case 1. We're gonna move on. I mean, first the core room exploded. Oh yeah, that's just, oh my god. We don't need the recap, bro. We know. I guess that's one way of describing what happened to Townet. We'll call that self-destruction, considering he's like, you know, still constructed. Or... Anyways, it seems that Mr. Justice was seriously wounded by Mr. Tonet's actions. Well, you know, you say that, but he apparently seems to be walking the same day, or the day after, I think, rather. I don't remember, but I think the second day of investigation we just did took... I think it was a... I don't remember exactly. I think it took place around a week after Countdown.
I'd have to check the timeline.
You have an understanding of what happened in the trial so far? Don't make me go through a recap, please. Thank you. Yes, Your Honor, the defense is ready. Very well. Is the prosecution also ready? Huh? I take it you'd like me to give the opening statement this time?
Looks like the judge has become a pretty good mind reader.
Well, I've certainly seen more than his fair share of colorful prosecutors, that's for sure. Could say something of a veteran of sorts. Let's see, in the previous part of this trial, we learned that the victim, Clay Taryn, escaped from Launchpad 1 carrying the defendant, Solomon Starbuck. There were explosions on the second floor of the Space Center and on the rocket itself. The 2 astronauts used the Launchpad 1 corridor to reach the bombing lounge.
Bombing lounge?
Wait, what?
You said
Wait,
bombing lounge.
I thought he said bombing lounge. Wait,
No,
did he?
okay, no, it's not a week after. It isn't a week after. It's only a couple of days after the incident, so we're pretty much still on schedule.
And
Wait, what word did he say? I swear he said
boarding.
bombing. Oh, boarding and bombing, same thing. Potato, potato. How could the victim climb down the ladder? How could the victim climb down the ladder? That's a mystery that needed to be solved. But Mr. Justice proved the victim was killed in the boarding lounge. Monsieur Black, were we able to discover any new facts related to the point?
Upon further investigation, we discovered an oxygen tank fragment in the lounge. Surprisingly, it would appear that Justice Dono's argument was correct. So that means the testimonies of the first 2 people on the scene are suspect.
Oh, right. There were 2 people who claimed to be the first on the scene. But can we truly trust their statements?
Let's see, the 2 people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Yes, it's certainly possible. Might have to do a little more digging. It's just as our team was about to cross-examine Detective Arm. The courtroom bombing incident occurred and the trial was put on hold.
That accursed fellow. He killed my witness. He killed Detective Arm. He definitely put the kibosh on anyone asking her about what she saw. Exactly. In other words, the question of who killed the victim in the boarding lounge has once again become the main focus of this trial.
Obviously, it's obvious Prosecutor Blackwell still thinks it was Mr. Starbuck. Wright said that the Blackwell has a thing against the astronaut. Nevertheless, the defense argues that there was a third person in the lounge, and that's who killed the victim.
Objection!
To make such reckless claims in a courtroom takes a bold man, or a stupid one. There was no third person in the boarding lounge. Or have you gone dotty already, old man?
Objection!
Here's the note heart. Phoenix! What the? This is how you got disbarred the first time. Let's not get a run back, okay, buddy?
What? No, what? Oh, never mind.
His overconfidence?
I guess. I mean, he was pretty cool and composed during Turnabout Succession.
Well, yeah, but like his internal thoughts was filled with overconfidence.
I guess. Also, Blackwell has far more experience. Like he's got like I know he's probably hasn't.
In any case, Mr. Starbuck claims he saw someone leaving the lounge. Furthermore, Space Center employee also saw a suspicious figure at the scene. I saw a third person.
I see my sister has been running her mouth.
That's right. Let's forget that Aura is Prosecutor Blackwell's sister.
No matter. She didn't see this mystery person's face clearly. Therefore, there is no evidence to indicate that this person was not the defendant.
I guess the possibility that the figure with Mr. Starbuck is still there.
In brief, we need to determine if a third person was there or not. To this end, we should hear the testimony of one of the first people on the scene. Director Cosmos, huh?
Bailiff, please bring the witness to the stand. I believe I've seen you before in the newspapers.
Of course you have, for I am Yuri Cosmos, director of the Cosmos Space Center, which was of course named after me, Yuri Cosmos. Don't you have anything you wish to ask me? Looks like he's all geared up to do some bragging. 7 years ago, I successfully launched the Hat-1, and...
Who cares? L ratio.
Everyone already knows how brilliant you are. Even I am trying to hold back my tears at seeing such a great man standing before me. So could you please proceed directly to your important testimony? Ha ha ha! I see this fine young lad has a proper appreciation of greatness. Then allow me to begin my epical testimony that will be recorded in the annals of history. That speech of Prosecutor Blackwell's just now sounded more to me like he was poking fun at Director Cosmos.
For the best, that sailed right over the director's head. Now the Director Cosmos, the condensed version of your illustrious testimony, please.
Detective Arm and I rushed towards the boarding lounge together. We went via the control room and peeked in from there to see what was going on inside. We saw a figure standing in the middle of the lounge and Talon lying on the floor. I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been Starbuck.
I see, so in your testimony you claim you're on the scene after the two had escaped from the launch pad to the lounge. What'd you say?
Weaponized glazing. Hi, Net. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
And just after the victim had been killed.
Oh, the horror! The humanity! Though it was only a male, but what I said is what I saw, and what I saw is what I said. After much like how Professor means what he says, and says what he means by all means.
I will slice your hand off if you mention means again.
Courageous action to take in the face of such terrifying explosions, wouldn't you say? To save my men, I went personally into the epicenter of danger, risking my own life for theirs. Ha 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 ha! Well, what do you know? Sounds like the director really cares about his men.
Yeah, well, it just sounds like he was more scared and tried to take a peek from far away. But everyone's ready to cross-examine the witness.
I'll make more of them if you want, Net.
Yes, Your Honor. Director Cosmo's testimony is pretty vague. I'm gonna have to press him and draw out anything else that seems to some words.
Hold it!
Where were you coming from?
The 6th floor. We were making sure any stragglers made their way to the 4th floor. It was then we heard about Starbuck and Talon and hurried to the 3rd floor lounge. On my galactic scooter here, of course.
I think you're calling it galactic. That has nothing to do with space?
Of course, it's specifically designed to be used on galactic battleships.
I see. Then I take it works in 0G2?
Sadly, no. With the current state of technology as it is, I'm afraid it would just float about and be galactically useless.
I see. So you rush to the boarding lounge on your space-age pogo stick. And when you got to the scene, what did you see there?
Hold it!
See, according to this diagram, You didn't get to the control room to get to boarding launch 1. Well, so you could have gone there from the southern corridor as well.
Yes, but in her haste, Detective Arm rushed ahead of me towards the control room. As wonderful as she is, all I could do was merely follow behind her.
I see.
So we peeked into the boarding lounge from the control room door and...
Hold it!
So you couldn't see who that figure was clearly or what they were doing?
Sadly, the only thing I could tell was that it was a person, standing motionless. The defendant, no doubt, staring aghast at his deed. What other explanation is there?
So close, but without evidence, I just can't prove that person's the third party.
I don't relish in this, and...
Hold it!
Our Blackwell also saw a suspicious figure in the lounge. We should give that statement that it was clear to Doctor see that person's face. Did you see this figure's face clearly?
No, not clearly. The lighter they were holding illuminated the area around their feet at the time. But other than that, I could see little else. That's why I could see Talon, but I couldn't see who the other person was.
Before you know, it might not have been Mr. Starbuck, isn't that correct?
I would like to believe that. Starbuck isn't the type of man who's capable of murder.
Objection!
Though he is a man. And men are, well, you know.
Shut up!
When the witness entered the boarding lounge, there was no third person there. Isn't that correct, Great Space Center Director? Yes, that's right. Only Starbuck and Talon were there by that time. After we peeked in, the lounge suddenly went dark and the figure vanished.
You mean they disappeared? That's odd.
Objection!
The reason the figure appeared to vanish is because it was the defendant. When the witnesses weren't looking, he fell to the floor and feigned unconsciousness.
Hold it!
Hold on, Director Cosmos, did you ever take your eyes off of the scene?
Just for a brief instant, about as long as it takes for a shooting star to go by.
If you took your eyes off of the scene... no other person could have escaped during that time! But what escape route could this person have used? Direction opposite to the control room, the southern door to the elevators. There's no security lock on that door, so it would have been impossible. It would have been possible to escape that way.
Objection!
All things are possible, right, Dono? Even the impossible. The real question is, do you have any proof?
Well...
if we're just talking possibilities, we could each profess whatever we'd like. An inmate who used to be a university professor and a lunar researcher used to say that there is a kingdom of little green men who lived under the surface of the moon, and that it is filled with hydraulics.
They don't punish us in the name of said moon for what we've done to it.
But I say, where's your proof that this quaint kingdom exists? He's calling your theory a work of fiction, boss.
He's right. I don't have any proof yet. Still. Boarding lodge 1. The southern door was a possible escape route. I better make a mental note of it.
What'd you say?
Take over for a second. You gotta do the bathroom.
Director Cosmos, may I ask you a question? Yes? It's weird but very cute how the culprit of Case 2 prosecutors path of the entire code of living foxes. Yeah. Why did you look away from the boarding lounge? There's actually another tale of bravery behind the answer to that. It was when Detective Arm saw the figure and raised her gun. Being a great humanitarian and protector of mankind, I tried to stop her. What? You're saying Detective Arm raised her gun as soon as she saw the figure? I imagine her instincts as a detective told her they were the killer. I don't know about that. And were you able to prevent Detective Arm from firing her gun? I'm afraid I was too late. I was unable to stop her. She identified herself clearly, and then... she fired 2 warning shots at the shadowy figure. This information about Detective Arm's action sounds critically important. Please add it to your testimony. Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots at the figure.
Objection!
Are you sure you were really paying attention to what Detective Arm was doing? You doubt my words, words that will someday be written down in history books? Somehow, I don't think that those exact words will ever be written down in any history books. Mr. Wright, could you please explain yourself so that we can all understand? You say that Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots, and yet only 1 bullet hole was ever found at the scene. What? Only 1 bullet hole means the gun was only fired once, and yet Director Cosmos is saying Detective Arm fired 2 shots. No editor would allow such a glaring contradiction into a history book.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, the witness's words are true. We confirmed that 2 shots were fired from Detective Arm's gun.
Objection!
But there was only 1 bullet hole at the scene. Where did the other bullet hole vanish to? Ah! You should know the answer to that already. I should. During the previous trial, a certain oxygen tank was presented as evidence. We've already discussed that it was ruptured in the lounge, have we not? Well, it appears that the thing that ruptured it was a bullet. A bullet that was found near the tank, to be precise. This bullet was fired from a .38 caliber gun, the same caliber as the detective's gun. What? The rifling marks also match up. There's no question that the bullet was fired from Detective Arm's gun. Rifling marks. They're like a gun's fingerprints on a bullet, correct? I believe I called them ballistic markings at one point. And examining the rifling marks on a bullet can tell us the gun it was fired from? One of the bullets the detective fired found its way into the holographic image display. The other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. Strange. The evidence confirms the director's statement that the detective fired 2 shots. My beautiful contradiction. Gone. All gone. So that bullet hole was from a .38 caliber, huh? I better update the record. Very good. Now we know the fate of both of the shots Detective Arm fired. Mr. Wright, does that clear up all of your questions? Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots. One hit the holographic display and the other hit the oxygen tank. Does that really clear up everything about what happened at the scene? No, Your Honor, it doesn't. Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots from a .38 caliber gun, but that doesn't explain the existence of a certain piece of evidence found at the scene. A piece that points to the existence of a third person. Very well, but it won't do to keep us waiting, Mr. Wright. What piece of evidence suggests the possibility of a third person at the scene?
Take that!
And what is this metal pellet supposed to be? It looks like a metal jelly bean. Just a little something of great importance we found at the crime scene, Your Honor. You found it where? In a floor gutter at the crime scene. It looks like the police and prosecution both missed it. Furthermore, this is a 10 caliber bullet, making it much smaller than one of Detective Arm's 38 calibers. Then that means... Exactly. One more person must have been there in the lounge. A third person who had a gun that could fire 10 caliber bullets. Grr. And if that's true, it explains why Detective Arm fired warning shots. This third person fired at Detective Arm and Director Cosmos with their gun. And in return, the detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Detective Cosmos? Ha ha ha! It looks like you've deduced my miraculous tale of survival. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us. Well, what's this now? Oh, he even angled his frickin' scooter away. What? You never breathed a word of any of this to me before. Ha ha ha. Well, all great men have a secret or two, don't you know? Tch, foolish old geezer. So Director Cosmos really has been hiding the presence of a third person all along. Director Cosmos, I want you to testify to the court about what you really saw. You may be a very great man, but in my courtroom you are just another witness. You won't receive special treatment here. Now please give accurate testimony. Detective Arm and I rushed to the control room together. In the lounge we saw a figure standing in the middle of the room and tearing on the floor. We were still in the control room to the east when the figure fired at us. Given that there was no third person in the lounge when the witness entered it, does this mean the person who fired the gun had to have been the defendant? Not necessarily. It's still possible that it was someone else. Most likely as soon as Detective Arm and Director Cosmos discovered this person. They escaped through the southern door, the one that didn't have a security lock.
Objection!
Double-edged swords are a tricky lot. Mishandle one, and it is you who is cut down. Huh? Your reasoning could apply if Spaceboy were a killer as well. Think about it. After being discovered, he could have fired the 10 caliber gun. Detective Arm would have responded by firing 2 warning shots. All he had to do was feign unconsciousness to invent the possibility of a third person.
Objection!
But Mr. Starbuck didn't have a gun in his possession when he was found by police. Nor has a gun been found at the crime scene. Its absence can only be explained if there was a third party who took it with them.
Objection!
Recall the existence of a trash chute in the boarding lounge. The defendant could have simply thrown the gun down the chute.
Objection!
But you can't deny the possibility of a third person leaving with the weapon.
Objection!
It's up to you to prove that possibility. And I trust you haven't forgotten my little piece of decisive evidence. What evidence? Why, the detonator switch that was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, naturally. The most compelling evidence of all that tells us he is the culprit. Ah! I did forget all about that. Look, Your Boldness, how deliciously obvious it is they lack the evidence to rival mine. You mean a Nagito shoot? Or a Hashimoto shoot, or a Shobai shoot. Wow, he sliced our third-person theory to ribbons and served it to us just like that. Yes, well, I have a question of my own, actually. That bullet that the mysterious figure shot, what did it hit exactly? It hit me. So does that mean you're a ghost? I was wondering when you would realize it, Your Boldness. Director Cosmos is an authentic, bona fide ghost. He can even pass through walls. Ah!
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, shame on you for teasing the nice old gentleman. Your boldness, it was all in jest. Please show yourself again. Are you sure? In that case, how did you manage to survive being shot, Director Cosmos? Ha ha ha! I'm glad you asked. It was a miracle befitting a great history-making figure such as myself. The bullet hit my glorious Medal of Honor, whereby it ricocheted, thus saving my life.
Oh my.
That's my American.
America!
That's unbelievable.
I have to check this out. Oh wow, look at that. There's one extra Gaiaxa star.
The odds are literally astronomical, because it really was a miracle.
It's beginning to really feel like the cosmos is watching out for Director Cosmos.
Why did you conceal this information, Director Cosmos?
A great man such as myself has to hide things on occasion, no matter how much it hurts. It is the plight of the truly great. It may be hard for this generation to understand. I don't know, but it sounds fishy to me. What else is he hiding?
Let's cross-examine him and see what we can find out. Now then, Mr. Wright, our cross-examination.
Detective Armin... wait, I already said this.
Hold it!
We already heard all about that part. Don't you have any new information?
Well, let me see. If you have an hour or two, I could tell you all about the Hat 1 miracle.
Hold it!
Don't we know all about that too?
I see. You want to know about incidents. Well then, let me tell you about the many incidents that made me the man I am today. Did you know I've been kidnapped about 38 times? Yes, if you have the time, I will tell you all about the upbringing of this great man.
Hold it!
Upbringing? Is this guy actually just Yuri?
I mean, his name is Yuri. Maybe he
Okay,
maybe he married a Miss Cosmos and took on her surname.
Yeah, but he's being too nice to men.
Maybe he melds with age. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that.
You told us all about that already as well. What we need now is your testimony.
Did I really already tell you all about my upbringing? I don't recall doing so.
Director Cosmos, perhaps you could save your boastful tales for another time.
If I must. Well, we peeked in through the control room door and...
Hold it!
But it was so dark in there, so you couldn't see this figure's face, isn't that right?
Yes, the room was as deep and dark as outer space itself. Speaking of outer space, during the Hat 1 launch 7 years ago... If it's about that Hat 1 miracle again, you can sod off and tell it to a stray mutt. Ha ha ha! Excellent idea! No reason why the animal world shouldn't hear of my greatness. And so they shall. But first, your testimony. What happens next?
Hold it!
So in other words... you were fired at while you're in the control room door?
That is correct.
There's something not quite right about that. Dr. Cosmos, the bullet this person fired hit you, isn't that right?
Yes, it was a miracle. A miracle befitting a great history-making figure such as myself. The bullet the figure hit me while I was in the control room. But as the Cosmos would have it, the bullet bounced off my glorious Medal of Honor.
In that case, the bullet should have wound up somewhere on the control room door.
Okay, so Director Cosmos was in the control room door to the east.
And while he was there, he was shot at by someone with a 10 caliber gun.
But the bullet hit his medal, so he was able to escape with his life. He's a very lucky man. No wonder people think he's great.
I'm pretty lucky myself, so if he's a great man, then I'm the king of all cosmos.
Objection!
Director Cosmos, I believe you're telling this court a great lie.
A great man might like me tell a lie? Have you ever heard of such a thing in all of history?
My accusation is based on the positions of the people who were in the lounge. According to your testimony, you and Detective Armor near the control room door. And the mystery figure was standing in the middle of the boarding lounge. If, as you say, the figure had fired a gun at you from this position, then the bullet would have traveled in this direction. Well, but we found the 10 caliber bullet here.
Oh.
Mamma mia. This trajectory and where the bullet was found actually contradict each other. Director Cosmos, where were you really when you were being shot at? He's taken off. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the human merry-go-round.
Objection!
Don't tell me you've forgotten already. Didn't the witness himself tell you the bullet hit his medal? Of this, there is no mistake.
Objection!
But in that case, the bullet should have been found near the east side of the room. Are you trying to say you can explain this inconsistency?
Of course.
I didn't think what?
Oh, great Director Cosmos. Yes? Is there something you would like me to expound upon? You were in fact not in the control room to the east, were you? You were looking into the lounge from the door to the south, is that not right? Girl!
What are you getting at?
Use your own brain. Your head must have some use other than housing that bird's nest. I actually think it's an interesting idea for one witness to die so the other witness can lie safely. Yeah, I mean, you know that old saying, one person can keep a secret and two people can keep a secret if one of them's dead.
Bird's nest? Why does everyone pick on my hair?
If anything, it's a meat tenderizer. Director Cosmos and the detective witnessed the scene from the southern door. The killer fired at them there, and that is why the bullet was found in the south.
That makes some sense, actually.
Also, the witness being at the southern door is rather favorable for the prosecution.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
How about it, Director, if you don't tell the truth this time? Oh, there. Oh, I see, so he can break the chains in response to witnesses. Yikes, he's handcuffs!
Boyki.
You will become but rust upon my sword. I relish the chance to cut down a great man. Alright, I'll tell the truth. Just put your sword away, you male. You are correct. I, the great Yuri Cosmos, was looking into the room from the southern door. Why would I lie about that, though?
It's the complete opposite of all the testimonies given so far!
And now you have lost your possibility that a third person was in the room.
I have? How?
The director and the detective were near the southern door, meaning the killer couldn't have escaped through there. The western door required print recognition. The corridor beyond was filled with smoke. The only escape route left was the eastern control room door. And the only way to get through there was with Director Cosmos' fingerprints.
Oh.
In short, there would be no escape for any third person had there been one.
Ah! My third person just disappeared! Like in one of Truth's magic tricks. You order in the court! Dr. Cosmos, why did you tell such an outrageous lie? I have a confession to make.
You were covering for the defendant, isn't that right? Yes, it was all for the love of my men. If I said I was in the eastern control room, it would mean the culprit could have escaped through the southern door. It would have meant that there could have been a third person. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for the third person.
A convoluted lie. Was he really covering for the defendant? I think we've come to a conclusion. The defense's argument of the possibility of a third person has crumbled. Much like the cookies.
No! It's over.
The judge is really going to hand down his verdict. Think, Phoenix, think. This is the perfect time to try to turn my thinking around. If the third person had no way of escaping the scene, then what if one of the people at the scene was this third person? Wait. What if the whole premise is all wrong? Dr. Cosmo said that he and Detective Arm rushed to the scene together. But what if that premise isn't actually true? What if one of them reached the scene before the other one? And if that person entered the lounge, then they would become the third person. Then there's the only one who could have killed the victim and shot at the director. There doesn't appear to be any room for argument against these claims. I'll now render my verdict.
Objection!
Do you have to do this every case? Please wait, Your Honor. There's still one possibility. What do you want? What do you want, Mr. Wright? This better be fucking good. I'm gonna... Ooh. There's one and only one person who could have escaped from the scene. And that person would be the first person who arrived on said scene. Then, upon entering the boarding lounge... The second person to arrive came via the southern door. That's why the first person fled from the room. Using an escape route that was accessible only to them. Alright, well, let's hear more about this theory of yours. Who is this one person who could have escaped from the boarding lounge?
Take that!
What? But that's... Mr. Wright, what are you claiming here? Of all the people who were at the scene, only the witness could have escaped. The director is the only one with the authority to open the control room door, after all. But that means... Exactly, the true identity of the third person is our current witness. Director Yuri Cosmos!
Die!
Blimey!
What?
Order the court, I say, Mr. Wright, to explain yourself in more detail. I assure that Director Cosmos arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Arm, and entered the boarding lounge alone. Detective Arm arrived after that and... saw a suspicious figure who was actually Director Cosmos standing in the lounge. Hey, it was apt. And that's why she fired those 2 warning shots.
I've been hit. I've been hit on the starboard side. Captain Wright, it's a direct hit on the enemy ship, sir. A magnificent shot.
Warning shots fired from the enemy ship. Prepare to intercept. Cosmos, you have told a lie in this court once again. I've been hit on the port side. The enemy has called in reinforcements. 'Cause Blackwell's standing to his left.
The Cosmos Control Center requesting permission that yes, ask you to return to reality.
But my ship will not go down to anything less than the ultimate weapon of evidence.
Objection!
But I do have evidence. In fact, you could say that your battleship bears its scar. If the Director Cosmos is the third person that Aura Blackwell saw, the first person fired at Detective Arm and Director Cosmos with their gun. In return, the detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos?
Ha ha ha! It looks like you've deduced my miraculous tale of survival. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us.
Director Cosmos was the one who fired the 10 caliber gun. And Detective Arm discovered him in the lounge. It only makes sense that he would have turned and shot at her. Therefore, the evidence on the director's body is of a different kind of relevance than before. Once we compare it against another piece of evidence, the marks that you received from the third party will be all the proof we need. To prove that you were the one in there in the lounge.
Urgh. Brace for further impact.
Comparison against this piece of evidence will prove that you were in the lounge.
Take that!
The 38 caliber bullet found on the floor at the scene didn't hit the oxygen tank. It hit Director Cosmos' metal. We could bring that ricochet mark on the metal analyzed. I'm sure the caliber would match up. And if that mark proves to be from a 38 caliber bullet, it will prove that you are the third person we've been looking for.
Gay! The bridge is destroyed. Losing altitude. All hands abandon ship.
Did you just call me gay?
What, do you have
Oh,
a
sure,
problem
what
with
about the
that?
If that's so, then what about the bullet that hit the oxygen tank? It was the 10 caliber bullet. In other words, it was the bullet fired by Yuri Cosmos. Isn't that right, Director?
No, you've got it all wrong. What? The engines have started again. It's a miracle. I'm not going down yet.
Witness, stop this, I want to confess to the truth! You don't want the history books to say that a great man was a great liar.
Then accept your fate and tell the truth. Are you giving me orders? Me, the great director of the Cosmos Space Center? But the cosmos revolves around me! Yay! Someone get me off of this thing!
Court! And will someone please stop the witness from spinning? Oh god, he's a Void member. Thank goodness we were able to stop him from spinning off the face of the earth.
Yes, my machinations lay undetected for years, for I am a master of deception.
No, it can't be!
While he was twirling, I took the liberty of running an analysis on the mark on the metal. It was made by a 38 caliber bullet, matching it with the size of Detective Arm's firearm. No!
Alright, confess the truth, witness.
No, you've got it all wrong. This is just a misunderstanding. Is he going to start piling on more lies?
Looks like it. But no matter how many lies he tells, I'll just expose them one by one. I'll make that big liar tell the truth. On Friday.
Oh, I guess that's where we're ending?
Yeah, there's like, we'd be here for like another hour and a half.
I mean, I guess so, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that's a reasonable place to leave it.
I think this trial part was, like, okay.
And you thought we had enough shit puns in the DLC case.
I thought I had enough shit puns in Necessary too, bro.
Ha ha ha.
Hey, hello. Do you like boats? Kamakura-kun.
No. No. Kamakura, 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 yes, please. I don't know where that's from, and it's still in my head.
It's from the Danganronpa 3 anime.
But yeah, next time we'll start Case 5. Any theories? You know, Gorlin, what do you think?
I'm enjoying it. I mean, Yuri Cosmos himself is a pretty fun character.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I guess we'll see y'all next time. If there's any theories, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know where this is going. I'm gonna guess that, like, don't the ladders doesn't every floor have, like, emergency ladders on them?
They do, I think? Why?
I'm just thinking that maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe somehow the actual killer escaped using one of those. I know that there's, like, some crazy maneuver they do to escape the scene. But I also am pretty sure... I don't, like... I know, like... I actually don't know, like, exactly how this case relates to Turnabout for Tomorrow, but I...
Oh, you'll see. You'll see,
Yeah.
alright.
I know, but I don't think that Yuri is the killer.
Who do you think is the killer?
Well, I know who the killer is, so... The killer from, the killer for Turnabout for Tomorrow.
It's Apollo. Yuri Kagarin versus Yuri Cosmos rap battle would go so hard.
Epic rap battles of stupidity. Yuri Kagarin versus Yuri Cosmos. Begin.
Spaceman, a spaceman.
Yeah.
Actually, oh, I can't say that because that would be a spoiler, but... Let's just say Yuri would use Yuri to win. Objectively speaking, it's the hardest rap.
I guess so.
Well, I think I'm beat. If anyone has anything else to say it now.
Yeah.
Anyone? No? Well, in that case, we will finish this Friday. Although, I do want to say ahead of time, I might not be available Friday. It depends entirely on how much help my family needs moving stuff, because we are moving house right now.
How strong must you be to move a house?
It's a small house.
I mean, that's still gotta be pretty heavy, don't you think?
And it has wheels on the bottom.
Ah, I see. If you have like a... What are you using to move it?
A winch. I mean, what would you use to move a wheeled house, a mobile home?
I'm not sure. Unfortunately, my house didn't come in with wheels.
Anyway, we'll see you next time, whether that's this Friday or a week from now. We'll finish off this case and then get a move on to Turnabout for Tomorrow.
Yippee!
Goodbye, everybody.